But 6 months or a year later, if there are two people standing there, one is taken off and the other one hasn't, and that's always intrigued me. Always intrigued me. It intrigued me as a coach. I would have two players of equal ability, strength, power, speed, and quickness, intelligence. They'd have their goals written out. They had the same work ethic. One would excel and the other would struggle. And for the longest time, I thought it was me. And I went to clinic after clinic trying to figure out how to communicate with my players. Because I took on a responsibility to teach them the game and to be great at it. Finally, over a period of years, I discovered it wasn't me, it was them. To use George on Seinfeld. I discovered that there were certain concepts and techniques that my players who were successful all shared in common. And the players that struggled were missing one or more of these concepts. And it had really nothing to do with the game itself. It had to do with how they managed change, or what I call the change process. If I have a player that comes in and they're wanting to learn a new pitch, they're at point A, they have to move to point B. And point B is different than point A, it involves change. And they have to deal with that change. And that change involves mental, emotional, and physiological changes. And some people know how to manage that, and some people don't. If you're not doing an Arbonne business right now, and you choose to do an Arbonne business, you're at point A, you go to point B, there are going to be things that change. And you have to be able to manage that process, that change process. So the clearest way for me to get it across to you is to tell you a story about one of my players. Her name was Morgan. She started pitching with me when she was 10. She was 12. I get a call on Sunday evening. It's her dad. Coach, Morgan is really upset. She's in her room crying. She couldn't throw strikes all weekend long. In the last game, we finally had to take her out. She hit several batters. She doesn't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. Can I get her in? The problem is, I know you don't work on Mondays, but we have a game Tuesday. Can we come in on Monday? I said, I'll meet you over there. Now, this is what happened, because I knew what was wrong. I'm a pitching coach. I knew exactly what was wrong before she ever showed up. So I sat Morgan down and I said, Morgan, this is the way this lesson's going to work. If you aren't throwing strikes, you're outside of our system of success, because I teach you a system to throw strikes. And the only way you would be outside that system is if it's comfortable. Okay. If it's comfortable. You wanted to throw strikes. You wanted to throw strikes so bad, you cried because you couldn't. Yet you still chose not to throw strikes because you're doing something that's comfortable. So here's how this is going to work. You're going to start pitching, I'm going to observe, and when I figure out what part of your technique is outside our system of success, I'm going to ask you to make a change. And when I do, your body is going to say, that's not right. And your brain's going to tell you no. And what you need to know is this. You haven't been to nationals, you haven't thrown a perfect game, and so I'm right and your brain is wrong. Okay? She starts pitching. She throws about 8 pitches, I stop her. I figured it out, Morgan. You need to do one simple change. Your foot's too far to the left. You need to move it just 4 inches over to the right to keep your back hip from gating so you can control the energy on the backside. She turns around, 12-year-old kid, foot in the right place, strike. Foot in the right place, strike. Foot in the right place, strike. You gotta get a picture of this. This is a 12-year-old kid, very honest. Okay? Very honest. She catches the ball, she turns around, she looks at me. How long do I have to do that? It doesn't feel comfortable. Said, Morgan, this is your moment of truth. You can be comfortable and throw balls, or you can be uncomfortable and throw strikes. The decision is yours, but before you make that decision, here's what you need to understand. You've got a long way to go as a pitcher, and every time you learn a new pitch, every time you learn a new movement, every time you learn to throw that pitch in a new location, it's not going to feel comfortable. And so you have to decide how bad you want to be a pitcher. Okay? I'll always remember this. Morgan's eyes filled with tears. She turned around and strike. 3 months ago, I got a call. Morgan wanted to get in for a lesson real quick. I said, okay, I have an opening here. When she got there, she said, The reason I need a lesson coach is I've got 6 days in a row where I have to go try out for college coaches. So we're working through her pitches. She has 7 of them. We can't get one pitch to work. And she needs that pitch. It's a collegiate pitch. We get to the end, there's about a minute left, she still hasn't thrown it, and I'm staying. By this time, we're just communicating with looks. Because she's frustrated and I'm frustrated. She finally throws a pitch, she turns around, she has this big smile on her face, and I said, well, you want to clue me in on what's going on? She said, I figured it out. I said, what is it? She said, I need to become more uncomfortable. And she turned around, got in the position I was trying to get her in, and she threw a pitch, and it jumped so much her dad missed it. And she threw 3 in a row. If you're here as a guest, and you're considering, okay, this might be something for me, but your brain is telling you, I don't know if I can do this, okay? Maybe your brain's wrong. Maybe it is for you. You need to take a serious look at it. 2 weeks ago, I got a text message. From Morgan. Coach, good news. Got a scholarship. I texted her back. I wish I had saved the text. I said, Morgan, it was you. You did it. You were willing to put in the work and the sacrifice. And she texted me back and she said, that was a lot uncomfortable.